This is The Beat, a conversation about the Charleston County Sheriff's Office and our community. I'm your host, Oshie Alford. Hello again and welcome to The Beat. I'm your host, Oshie Alford, and with me I have yet again...
Sheriff Graziano.
Sheriff Graziano, the Sheriff of Charleston County. So I know last time we talked a little bit about Citizens Academy.
Right.
So I wanted to touch up more on that because our deadline for applications is
This
Friday,
yeah,
right?
This Friday coming up.
So Friday at 5 p.m., if you are interested in Citizens Academy, that's the deadline. But what is Citizens Academy?
So it's an opportunity for folks in the community to join our ranks for 11 weeks, essentially. They come into the agency for 11 weeks. They get to learn the ins and outs of everything we do in the organization, behind the scenes tours. They get hands-on experience, and they have some fun. It's a good time. So it's 11 weeks of learning about what your sheriff's office does for you.
So 11 weeks is a long time.
It is.
So how many days a week do we do this, you know? Is it like once a week, twice a week?
Yeah, so it's once a week.
Pop quiz.
Yeah, it's once a week. It's a couple hours a week in the evenings. And 11 weeks does seem like a long time, but there's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of things happening. It's actually a slower time for us in the summer. So we have the people to do the things that, or do the skills that they need to do. There's so much hands-on experience with this. I think last year, I think the most fun the people in the academy had was the traffic stops. They got to do traffic stops and learn about dealing with people on a regular basis, and difficult people too, so it was pretty fun to watch.
So did they actually get to experience like a real traffic stop, or is this like an example traffic stop?
No, we are the role players.
Oh man, I volunteer. If you guys need me to be a belligerent traffic stop, I am 100%.
We try not to, be nice. Let's be kind to one another. Like we want that. We want them to see what it's like. Just the basic stuff. You're approaching somebody, you have no idea who that person is. And it could be absolutely a cordial encounter, but it's still nerve-wracking. So they learn that, and it's pretty fun to watch.
That sounds like it would be exciting. So do you know how many spaces we have for the Citizens Academy?
We've kind of kept the classes small so they get individual. 20 to 22 is kind of our sweet zone. And right now we have about half of that in applicants. Okay. So we need about 10 to 12 more. And really the people we want to apply are the people that want to know, are curious about what we do, or just don't know. They don't understand, or maybe they're critical of what we do. It's an opportunity for them to learn about behind the scenes what we actually do and why we do the things we do.
Yeah, I think it sounds like a good opportunity. I'm not entirely biased personally, but it sounds like it would be fun, especially the traffic stop part. I've been a part of some of our examples where we help train some of our guys on how to do things. So I think it'll be a good opportunity for people. I think, so are there any requirements for applying for the Citizens Academy?
You have to be 21 years old, and then you can go on to sheriff.charlestoncounty.org on our webpage, or under the community info page on the tab on our website, and click onto that, and you can actually apply.
So it's the sheriff.charlestoncounty.org, and then the community info tab, and then it's under that.
Correct.
Cool. Okay. So if you guys are interested in applying, feel free to do so. We'd love to have you and have a fun, exciting time doing fake traffic stops and seeing Marine Patrol and all kinds of other hands-on experiences that I don't even know what we're going to do. It sounds like a good time. Maybe I'll even apply. Who knows? Maybe you'll see me there. So on a less fun note, I know we've had recently an uptick in some fatal collisions.
Yeah.
So we had one this weekend.
We did. And, this is, what I want to say is we have seen this growth in Charleston County at a pace that's outpacing our roads and our infrastructure. And along with that growth comes more traffic. Normally in the summer, the traffic dissipates. I used to look forward to school being out so I could get to work quicker. That's not the case anymore. Traffic is a problem throughout the Low Country, not just in Charleston. It's outpacing the infrastructure. We are unfortunately working more serious collisions. Luckily, we haven't had a lot of fatals, but but one is too many. This year we're already up to 11 in the unincorporated areas of Charleston County. That does not include the city of North Charleston, Charleston, Mount Pleasant, and last year a total of 21 in the unincorporated. So we're almost halfway, or we are halfway actually, with last year. And I know it's August, but a lot of our collisions in 2022, the majority of them happened in December. So, you know, December's a big month for people that tend to go out and celebrate or over celebrate. You know, what I would tell people is there's just so much congestion right now, and people are impatient. We need to slow down, take a breath. You know, give yourself more time to get where you need to go. Expect delays, and if you don't get any, that's a bonus. But if you are exceeding the speed limit or getting impatient, you have a tendency to not pay attention. The other thing is minimize those distractions in the car. You know, we already have a cell phone texting while driving law. We still see it. We still see it all the time. This year we've had 3 motorcycle collisions, fatalities already compared to 2 last year. So it is, you know, there's a lot more traffic, a lot more congestion and impatience, and couple that with alcohol. There is absolutely no reason to drink and drive. When you're over celebrating or having a great time with friends and maybe drinking too much, there is no reason to get in your car. You have access to ride shares now, literally at your fingertips, and phoning your friend. And honestly, if you called us and said, I'm drunk and I can't drive, I think we'd come get you if we could. So we just don't need people, you know, mixing alcohol with speed, and that has been a problem with our collisions, and it's always been a problem. So just doing the basics, you know, using good sense. Think about when you go out, or alternative way to get home, and don't hesitate to call for a ride if you need it.
And check your friends. If you know that they've been drinking a lot and they are still willing to go behind that wheel in that vehicle, say something. I don't care if you sound like you're the bad guy. It's better to be the bad guy and have a friend that makes it home safely and that doesn't take someone else out, because unfortunately, a lot of the fatals, the people who pass, are not the ones that are at fault in a collision.
That's right.
So take that into consideration as well, that the odds are if you take someone out, it might not be you, and then you have to live with that. And I can't imagine.
That's right.
And also, Sergeant Stephen actually told me, he put together this wonderful presentation on speeding. The only difference between going 90 and 70 to reach your destination is about 5 minutes.
That's right. Doesn't make sense.
5 minutes.
Doesn't make sense.
So be patient, be careful, be considerate of the people around you.
Thank you. You just made my case for me.
Happy to do it. It's a little bit near and dear to my heart. I actually had a cousin who passed in a DUI incident.
Yeah, I think just about everybody that drives has been touched by somebody in some sort of tragedy, whether it be a fatal accident or just an accident that has caused injury, and it has an effect on the entire family, friends, and it's really difficult, you know, to recover from something like that. So anything that we can do to minimize that, keep these roads safer. You know, we're data driven here in Charleston County, so we have 5 people right now assigned full time to traffic, but, you know, plus our patrol, but 5 people can't monitor traffic in every single area of the county. So using that data to determine where we set up speed traps. Sorry if you got a speeding ticket, slow down, but there's a reason for that. We use that data to minimize the chances of having a fatality in those areas. So, you know, do your part. Do your part as a driver. You know, making the choice to do these things that protect you, not only protects you, but it protects the others on the road. If we all just did our part, imagine how much safer the roads would be.
Help make Charleston County a better place, a safer place.
Yeah, a safer place.
Well, thank you for talking about that. I think it was very important, and it's a high need conversation, a high need situation. I mean,
people need to know. Be kind to one another. Don't, you know, just be patient. give yourself more time, and let's get through this summer and enjoy it. And enjoy it as much as you want. But if you drink too much, call a friend, call a ride share, get home safely. That's the goal.
My dad used to say all the time, if you're going to be stupid, be smart about it.
Okay.
So
yeah, I would say be smart about it.
Be safe. Thank you so much for coming in again. Let's talk a little bit more. Let's remind everyone about the Citizens Academy.
Yeah. Friday is the deadline. So this Friday at 5 p.m. is the deadline to apply. If you have an interest at all, or you just you're curious to know what we do inside the sheriff's office, inside corrections, that's what you're going to learn. So Friday, sheriff.charlestoncounty.org. On the community info tab, you can fill out an application. We'll hope to see you in August.
21 and up. We start on August 8th, which is a Tuesday, and then it's going to go for 11 weeks from there, once a week. Yep. We'd love to see you there. Thanks again for coming in.
All right,
it's always a pleasure.
Always great to be with you.
This has been The Beat, a conversation about the Charleston County Sheriff's Office and our community. I'm your host, Oshie Alford. Look for future episodes by following the Charleston County Sheriff's Office on Facebook, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts.